Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Dylan from Airfare Gaming, and I have a post Banlist branded deck profile for you. The Banlist came out about an hour ago, and I spent a little bit of time putting my deck together that you're about to see. There's going to be some options that I put in this deck that you typically wouldn't see in a branded deck profile. And also, don't mind my voice a little bit, I'm a little sick. But other than that, let's get straight into it. This is my branded deck profile. We'll start with the main deck. I'll also state that branded's been around for a while now, so I'm not going to sit here and explain everything into detail. But starting with the main deck, we have 44 cards. I have one Quem. I think Quem is only ran at 1. I don't think there's a need for 2, and it's easily searchable. 2 Cartesia. I want to see Cartesia at 2. You could theoretically play it at 1, but I think it's just better at 2. We have triple Fawn of Albaz. Some people were running this at 2 at one point, but 3 is now needed with Quem. Triple Aluber. Aluber is a must at 3. It's a starter card. We're running 1 Springen's Kit, 1 Mercurier, and 1 Albion. The kit, some people don't run, but it's actually really good. You run Sprine in the extra deck, and you can dump it at the end phase. You could special summon Kit, add Opening, and then you can start making plays with Opening at the end phase. For the Bystial package, we're running 1 Lubellion and 1 Saronir, as per usual. For the hand traps, we have triple Ash Blossom and triple Droll and Lockbird. We are still playing Gimmick Puppet Nightmare. Gimmick Puppet Nightmare can be special summoned off of Sanctifier now, so we don't really need Expulsion. It is a little bit riskier because it could be banished by a Bystial, and then you can't get it back because Sanctifier only specials from the graveyard. And then lastly, for the monsters, we are running Dark Magician. For the spells, we have 3 branded Fusion, 3 branded Opening, 3 Fusion Deployment, 3 Crossout Designator for the Ash Blossom and for the Droll and Lockbird, as well as mirror matches, of course, but mainly Ash Blossom to make sure that branded Fusion resolves. Now, this is where some people think I might be crazy, but let me explain this a little bit. Also, triple Nadir Servant. I have not seen a deck list yet that has ran both Crossout and Nadir Servant. I think people are underestimating Nadir Servant. Crossout is really good to stop the Ash to resolve the branded Fusion, alright? But Nadir Servant not only gets around Ash Blossom, but it's just such a good extender. And the main thing about this deck is that you could put an Albaz in graveyard fairly easily, and just having a Quem on the board at the end phase with the Fallen of Albaz in grave, it's just easy to out your opponent's field on their turn. You special summon a Fallen of Albaz, and then you fusion summon with whatever they make to make Mirror Jade. That's 2 interruptions at least. So we'll move on. 1 branded in red and 1 branded in white. Branded in white, some people aren't running. I think it's just super good, and it's a way around getting your branded fusion negated, because you can end up putting Albion and Saronir into the graveyard to put Retribution and this in the graveyard, and then if you have, let's say you start out with Cartesia and Saronir, and you make Granguinol, Saronir hits grave, Granguinol sends the Albion, that's your Retribution into the branded and white into making more plays. And then we also have branded Lost, Called by the Grave, and Foolish Burial. And then lastly, for the 2 traps I have Retribution and branded Banishment. I did have Expulsion in here as the 44th card, but I put branded Banishment in here in place of it. Not only can it special summon the Quem from grave, but it can special summon any Fusion or Aluber. We'll go on to the extra deck. I am running 2 Granguinol, 2 Albion, and 2 Mirror Jade. Grangadal can be made on your opponent's turn, and one of them could be made to be used to make Gyarados, and the other one could be made to make Lulu. Sanctifier at 1 Lubellion, 1 Rhinebrum, 1 Titaniclad, 1 Gyarados, 1 Sprine, 1 Dragoon, 1 Chimera, and 1 Lulu. Some people aren't even running Lulu or Titaniclad, and that's just crazy to me. If you're running a Deer Servant, you should be running these two. Titaniclad can special summon the Quem. Moving on to the side deck. Triple Shifter. Some people think that's crazy. You could play underneath Shifter. Your main combo essentially would be, at a minimum, making Lubellion, and then Lubellion making Dragoon. Oh, and why this card is good and why I decided to put it in is everything in this format except Kashtira plays from the graveyard. Purely, they summon their level 2, which attaches 2 of the spell cards from the graveyard. Well, they don't have any spell cards in the graveyard. Super Heavy Samurai, they can't get recursion. Sword Soul is going to be played this format, and they can't activate the 10 U's in the graveyard because they're not in the graveyard. Then you also have Sky Striker, which just came back, engaged to 2, and then whatever the third card was at 3. Doesn't matter. They don't have their cards in the graveyard. They tribute off their array, and then it's gone. Next card, Triple Radiant. I think Radiant is too good to not run. It's an easy 1 out, and now with Kashtira only having 1 Arise Heart, you Radiant them, they lose. It's over. And also you can normal summon Albaz or special summon Albaz with Quem, and then fusion summon with this because it's a dark. Adding to the Bestial package in the side deck, I'm running 1 Magnemite and 1 Druid Worm, mainly for the mirror match. I have triple Cosmic Cyclone, specifically for Runic Fountain, and also the super heavy Samurai, what is his name? Prodigy Wakaushi. This is a new side card option that I personally chose. Prohibition. If you're really scared of Ash Blossom or being Nibiru'd, and you know they're playing Nibiru or Ash Blossom, you can call it. You can also call specific cards in their combos that they can't activate. Like if you go up against Super Heavy Samurai, you call Wakaushi, they can't play. You call purely Noir, they lose their 1 boss monster. And then for the last card in my extra deck, or correction, side deck, is Masquerade for Time for game 3, which is easily made off of Branded in Red. But that is my profile. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I hope you guys enjoy this new upcoming format with the post ban list, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.